Hello, everybody. This is Robert Hollis. I hope you're having a wonderful and blessed day. And the title today is Be Product of the Product. Product of the Product. So we'll just get started here just in a little bit. For those of you, you can go to roberthollis.com/free. Not only get a lot of videos, but also the copy of my best-selling book. So Mark Zuckerberg and Facebook, please send this out to everyone. Let them know. There we are. So hi, Craig. How you doing? Thanks for getting on. I really appreciate you. I hope you had fun on your travels with the family. Appreciate you so much. Glad to have you back. Hi, Vernie. How are you? Thanks for jumping on here. Hi, Mr. Tier. Great to see you. Hi, Kai. Yeah, round two. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Dustin. Hi, Pat. How are you? A author. How are you? Hi, Matthew. Love and appreciate you for being on here. Love all you guys' support. I appreciate it. Hey, Peter, how are you? Okay. Hi, Michael. Hi, Ed. And so, hi, Melody Ryba. I love and appreciate you. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Hello, my name is Robert Hollis. I hope you're having a wonderful and blessed day, and I hope this video really finds you blessed and happy and full of joy. Today's title is Product of the Product. Product of the Product. Now, I learned this years ago because it really helps with your belief in what you're doing and also how you basically present yourself. And product of the product basically means is you need to use the product. Use the product and be a product of the product. Now, when I first heard this, I went like, this is a no-brainer to me. Because I'm like, in my mind, I'm going like, if I'm selling water filters or I'm selling long distance or I'm selling juice or I'm selling travel, it doesn't make a difference to me. I want to be a product of the product. I want to be a walking, talking testimonial. Does that make sense to you all? And so the reason that I brought this up, hi, Tom, hi, Javi, hi, Chrissy, hi, Stephanie, Scott the Reacher, nice to see you on here, Deborah, Bill, Aaron, yeah, always, man. Peggy, Deb, Aaron, man, I'm so proud of you, man. You're just knocking it down. So anyway, you know, my thing is, it was so funny is D'Angelo. I'm doing a shout out to D'Angelo, and he was reaching out to a guy, and he basically left a message that D'Angelo shared with me. And it was pretty funny because, you know, I don't get upset anymore. You know, people's opinions are like, you know what, and everyone's got one, right? And so he said Robert is like 0.1001% of people in this industry. He's a unbelievable, massive marketer. He's just amazing marketer. And then he said, but Robert's not a product of the product. Robert is a very skilled salesperson. Hi, honey. And he says, so he's all about the money. He's all about the compensation plan. He's all about the marketing system. And it was funny, my wife jumping on here now, is she overheard the message. And I thought, man, I got to do a video on that because my wife and I started going through all the products that we use. And yes, I know I'm weird. Yes, I know Terry and I are very unique because we spend probably $1,000 a month on MDC products. And I know some of you are going like, what? Yeah. It's like, are you kidding me? You know, my family, all my family used the products. You know what I mean? So it's very bizarre that, you know, I go to bed and I'm using CBD. I use a lot. I did a lot of studies on CBD before I got involved. And one, I love that it has no side effects. But if there is a side effect, they say if you take too much, it'll make you nauseous. And after I did my research on all the stuff that CBD does, again, here's where I know that I'm weird. Is that I love being weird. is that I thought, well, I'm just gonna buy the biggest drink, the 1500. I like the orange sunshine, and so if it doesn't make me sick, then I'll do like a full tincture. I was told that a full tincture is like 20 drops, so I'll fill up a full tincture, and I'll do two of them at night. I do two of them in the morning. I do two in the afternoon. And some of you might be going, what? Yeah, excuse me, 246. So you use 6 full tinctures a day? Why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I? So, me and our family goes through, oh my God, I think I buy like 4 bottles of the 1500 a month. A month. And then I sleep incredible. I know it's helping my health because that's the documentation. Documentation beats conversation, right? So then I get up in the morning. I have coffee. I have, the coffee, that's from My Daily Choice that has CBD and mushrooms in the coffee. We use the sprays. When Terry and I shower, we use the shampoo. My son uses the shampoo and the conditioner. It's I'm trying to think. Like Terry says, we have products for the dogs. Delta uses the smoothies. We use the smoothies. Oh my God, I know I'm missing out on a lot of them, but it was just blowing me away. Well, one of the things, and again, I'm weird, is every new product that comes out, why wouldn't I buy it? Why wouldn't I buy it? The body melt, the essential oils, the roll-ons. We use the roll-ons for pain. We use essential oils, the mantra, spa, every product, the hemp clothes. Bought the Hemp Mama clothes. And I just thought it was funny because I know I might come across that it's about lifestyle. It's about freedom. It's about not worrying and stressing about money all the time. I always have people, believe it or not, I have people all the time that hit me up and they're concerned and they go, Robert, man, you really got to focus on your nutrition. You know what I mean? And I say this jokingly, so don't get mad at me. And I said, listen, if you know so much about health and you know so much about nutrition, let me ask you a couple questions to see if you really know what you know. And people always go, absolutely. Lisa, it's the bath bombs, right? And it's like all of a sudden they go, okay, I said, so what's the number one killer? Number one killer. And they come back and they're all proud and they're going, heart disease. Heart disease kills more people than all of them combined. And if you don't believe me, Google it. Heart disease is number one. And I said, do you know the number one contributor to heart disease? And they come back, yes, stress. Stress is the number one contributor to heart disease, And then I said, do you know what the number one stressor is? What do you think out of anything creates more stress? The lack of money. It's the number one thing that's stress. It's the number one thing about divorce. It's the number one thing on what couples argue about. Arthur, you said work. If they paid you more, it probably would be funner to work there. It probably would be less stressful to work there. So when I say that back to them, I go, listen, if you don't get on the other side of money, if you don't build a cash flow where not only do you have a cash flow of money, but you got accountants and you got bookkeepers that are taking care of all your bills, that everything's on auto pay. And you don't have a thing where you're worried about money, regardless if inflation goes up and down, gas prices go up and down, interest rates for mortgage homes or credit cards, that goes up and down. it's very, I wish that I could explain to people how important it is for your health, your happiness, your lack of stress, the way that you live, when you can get money out of the way. And here's one thing that people don't understand. You have a choice. You flat out have a choice to make up your mind whether or not that you get money out of the way. Now, most people don't believe that. But here's my thing I want to leave with the product of the product. I've been taught by the best of the best of the best in this industry. And like I've shared before, I say this and people miss it. They miss it. But I want 1 million loyal people on subscription. I want 1 million loyal people on subscription. The best that I've hit is 758,000. So, excuse me. So I want to hit 1 million people on subscription. And so if you guys really understand that, it's people like me that are building an organization of people that are using incredibly premium quality products in every area of your life for you and your family, for your pets. And so if everyone looked at this business the way I did, you would have to do 100th, or what is that? You would have to do, like, instead of having 1 million consumers, if you had people like me that did 1,000 in personal volume a month, all of a sudden that takes the numbers down, right? So, I think of 1 million people, and I take that, let's take that times 90, all right? That's 90 million, right? So to get that same volume, if I divided that by 1,000, instead of having 1 million people, you'd only have to have 90,000 people. I'm already a third there. Today we went over 39,000 active customers and affiliates in our group. So that's what people don't get. I want a lot of people using our products instead of products from Target, instead of products from Walmart, instead of products from Costco, instead of products from Amazon or some other online. Our premium quality products are the bomb. And they have a 60-day money-back guarantee. So now we got the digital products as well. And it's like, I don't like nutrition. You can market something other than nutrition. I don't like weight loss. You can market something. I like marketing clothes. I like marketing essential oils. I love marketing hair care. I love marketing cosmetics. So you got Avon and Mary Kay and people that are just focused on the cosmetics. You guys gotta get this, man, that if you teach people instead of selling this product, that they just need to find products that they love with a 60-day money-back guarantee, just enough to qualify for 90 in personal volume. That's being a product of the product. And then you just introduce that concept to other people. And when they do 2 by 2 by 2, I never thought that Josh could continue to build a better mousetrap. He's a disruptor of home-based business and affiliate marketing and online marketing. He's just a disruptor because now someone can qualify with 90 PV with 20 cards. $2,000. You pay $135 per month. You get 90 in PV to qualify for your position, and you got $2,000 to give away. 20 cards at $100 each. And I'm going like, the goal, ladies and gentlemen, the goal is for you to make so much money that when you decide to purchase MDC products like Terry and I, when you make that decision, I'd like to try this, I'd like to try this, I'd like to try this, that you never think about price when you're buying the products. I'll tell you one more, and then I'm done. Here's how I know, based on training from my mentors, how far away I am. I know people that buy product every month and they create a new customer. They actually purchase products under other positions that their main position covers. So that way they can get the residual and they can get the jump start. They can get whatever. Me personally, a company that paid me $4 million in 4 years, I buy majority of my products from my main spot. I do not in any way, shape, or form, if the company launches a new product, I want Josh to look in the back office and see the Hollises bought the product immediately. So when travel came out, we bought the highest package, the $10,000. We bought $10,000 of prepaid travel. We won $4,000. So that was $14,000. Then I bought the VIP package, for the 250 cards in my number, me and Terry's number. Why? Because Josh and Jenna created the most incredible business I've ever seen on the planet. And they consistently make it better and better. Because I want everything that I do to be duplicated. So I don't need people creating positions to create false positions, to create false positions so they can take the majority of the income for themselves. Because then they just taught that to their entire group. And their entire group's doing it. And now the jump starts are not there. They help people transition from full-time from part-time to full-time. Hey, John, appreciate you, John. You and Nadia are just amazing. So you got to be a product of the product. You got to be the number one screaming fan for your products. And that's it. That's it. So I love and appreciate each and every one of you. Again, John, thanks for jumping on. Angela, Kai, Craig, Lisa, Arthur. I just love and appreciate you. Mark, thank you so much. Sarah, Pat, and that's as far as I could go up. I love and appreciate you. If no one's giving you permission to succeed in life, let me be the first. And I know that you can do this. If we can do it, you can do it. So please do me a huge personal favor. Share this video. Check out roberthollis.com/free. Get a copy of my free book. And we'll see you on the next video. Bye for now. See you later. Have a great day.